Good evening guys, it's Samit Pali speaking in front of you, and I am going to elaborate my thoughts on the topic speak English beyond grammar. Grammar is often considered a sensitive nerve or home tooth for students. When students read bundle of books and they study bundle of concepts, and when it comes to speaking they find themselves in lurch. They don't find easy to speaking, and spoken and written are two distinctive skills, and spoken necessitates practice, and when students lack spoken skills, and they find very difficult to speak, and when they study a lot of concepts, so they also perplex themselves when they speak English grammar. So they just try to create a structure in their sentence, and they try to use correct parts of speech. So it also creates a doubt, a disturbation, or interference in their mind, and they also find esoteric to speak English fluently or confidently. When you are afraid of making mistakes, so you also feel confident less, and you don't feel confident to speak English. And so when it's necessary to speak English confidently and fluently, so don't perplex or entangle yourself by reading multiple grammar concepts. It's not useless to read English grammar concept, but it's also necessary to speak English. If you know bundle of concept and you cannot speak English, so there is no advantage of knowing grammar. And when I was in 5th or 6th class, I was also obsessed with reading multiple grammar books. And when I was in 7th class, I just started to speak in English. I was finding very difficult to speak because I was lacking practice. So I used to watch English videos. I used to watch commentary in English in cricket. So I used to listen more, and by the continuous listening, by the practice, and I also used to speak English with my friend circle, and still we have a friend circle. There is a friend circle of 5 friends in our school, and we are still together, and we used to speak English with us, and we also used to share with ourselves. So, and we also use web series which are in English. And when I was 8th or 9th class, I used to watch them with subtitles. But after 9th or metric, so when I was getting the language, when I was getting the foreign accent, so I stopped subtitles, and I used to watch them without subtitles. And I also watch many web series, and particularly the videos which entertainment purposes. You can watch many videos for entertainment purpose, and you should make sure it should be in English language. And you should also try to speak with a stranger. When you find any person who is speaking in English, you should also try to speak with that person, and it will also boost up your confidence. And it's really necessary to create an environment where you can practice English speaking. And
it's me, Shabaz Ali, in front of you, going to discuss a very attractive and very important topic, that's English, speak English beyond the grammar. So there is no need, according to myself, there is no need of any grammar if you have practice, if you have concepts, if you have, if you have vocabulary and the things that you have got from your teachers and environment, and interact with those, and catch those who speak English. So by practicing, by knowing vocabulary, and by knowing your concepts, that how to speak and how to interact with those. So these are the skills that we need to speak English. We don't need particular grammar. We need grammar in writing skills, but not in speaking skills. When we come to speak, when we come to speak, we just start speaking and deliver our thoughts, our opinions, our ideas that comes in our minds. We don't think about a grammar, that it is correct or not. It's according to grammar or not. It's it's following the rules or not. Just deliver your thoughts, ideas, and opinions just according, without don't concern grammar correctly.
Assalamu alaikum, we are fine doing. Hope you all are doing well. Today I am here to elaborate my thoughts and ideas on the very complicated topic, speak English beyond grammar. So speak English if you don't know grammar. It's okay. It doesn't matter if you are afraid of doing mistakes. If you are afraid of that others will laugh on you. So it's okay, because everyone is not the idol of perfection. And I would like to elaborate some I would like to elaborate some points to improve your English. So first one is give preference to communication over perfection. So uh, uh, it's obvious that if everyone is doing a work, it will make he or she will make the mistakes. So he or she will make the mistakes, and it's okay if you are making the mistakes, and everyone is not the idol of perfection.
Greetings from assembly. Today I am here to holding the opinion that speak English beyond grammar. Basically, there is no need of English grammar in speaking. If you like to speak, then you speak any kind. Then you obviously talk in any kind of speaking, and you make your artificial speaking like there is no any need of grammar. Those students which are more involving, they are more attractive on the books of the grammars. They, even though when I was in first class, and I would like to read more grammar books to improve my English, my speaking. Actually, this is a kind of bad thing, that a wrong thing, that to read more grammar books to improve your speaking. Basically, there is no need of grammar to speak English language. So I have 7 points. Number 1 point is that give preference to communication over perfection. It means there is no need of perfection. If you would like to speak, then you obviously talk in any kind of any type of language. It means there is no need of grammar, and if you like to speak, then you can talk English in any way.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am Mitesh. So today we are going to talk about on speak English beyond grammar. Yeah, that's perfectly right that we are going back through the grammar, which doesn't matter at all. Speaking does matter. Suppose if we are going to the foreign countries, there is no any grammar which we need, but the speaking matters and it will work. Now see, we are giving too much preferences, we are giving too much forces, we are going back through the grammar, which doesn't matter at all. We learn speaking through the environment. Like you can see the example of baby. When the baby is born, so he or she learns from the environment, not from the grammar. The way we interact, the way we connect, the way we communicate with the baby, so he will learn with us through our environment. That is the thing which we need to understand, we need to do. So in the same way, the speaking matters, and the speaking happens a lot. Suppose if you are going to the foreign country, they are the native speakers, and if we live with them, and if we, the postures, the gestures, the way that they are doing, so we will try to do, and we will learn like these same things.
Today we are in a presentation. So today's presentation topic is about speak English beyond grammar. So I want to tell you that there is no need of grammar when you are talking in English, when you are speaking English. It's daily life example. You can be motivated by daily life example that we are speaking English, we are speaking Sindhi, we are speaking Urdu, we are speaking Radki very well without any grammar. We don't know anything about the grammar of Sindhi, anything about the grammar of Urdu, but still we are speaking very well just because we are communicating without any without focusing on the grammar of these languages. But when it comes on English, we just go through the grammar just because of traditional ways. Some teachers have told us that you have to, if your grammar is not good, you cannot speak. If this thing is not improved, you cannot speak. So this is the worst thing that is the part of our society. And another thing is that if those teachers are saying, I want to tell those teachers that you have seen many teachers which are giving lectures to you of grammar on YouTube channel, and they are speaking in Hindi. They are speaking in their native language, like in Urdu, in Hindi, in Sindhi, and they are they have a huge ocean of the grammar, but still they are speaking in the native language. So through that you can be aware that there is no need of grammar in English, even though if they have the huge grammar. So even though they have a huge grammar, even they cannot speak. So what's the need of grammar in speaking? You can.
Everyone, I am Sania Darsh, and today my presentation topic is speak English with the beyond grammar, means without grammar. So how can we speak English without grammar? Like means grammar is necessary for like means writing skills, but it is not necessary in communication skills. Like means if we write a essay or OSP, or in for test like MDCAT, ECAT, or for another test is means in for selection in universities, then grammar is necessary. But in communication skills means communication grammar, I think grammar is not important. So my first point is that first point, give preference to communication over perfection. Means perfection, grammar we means considered grammar is like a perfection. Means perfection means like preference means what do you choose first. Means there is two things or many things, what do you prefer first, means what do you like to use to do first. So means it has been tradition in our society or in our country, which has been said by our teachers or by teachers, and they are means been said tradition by their teachers.
And I'm here to give presentation on the speak English beyond grammar. So let me tell you that grammar is necessary to learn and to read, to be able to speak. On the other hand, the speaking is also a skill to be sure how do you speak to the crowd. Instead of when you are perfection in grammar, you couldn't talk in front of some people, so it will be not useful for you. And our topic is the first is give preference to communication over perfection. So when you are perfect in grammar in anything, then doesn't mean that you couldn't learn how to be speak in front of people. Like with examples, when someone learn the manners, and it is compared by how to speak in front of people.
From Umerkot, today's our presentation. So our topic is that we speak English beyond grammar. So we can use grammar in it means in our skills, writing skills. But I have some, it means that confusion that our teachers that when I was learning in another teacher, so he can teach me that letter, just like sir said that letter, word, so their definitions, and then he repeat again and again. So it is not, it means that common, it is the children can learn from themselves. Like when I was in free time, I can take a book random math and I learn from myself. So I learned many things from this book. And then is that there are some points that give preferences to communication over perfection. So it means that like I have some example that my sister she can talk me whenever she was free, so she can talk with me in English. What she can say I don't understand, but I said that she can try it again. So that's great that she can try to speak English.
From Mehnaz Sanji, and today our presentation topic is speak English beyond grammar. In schools, our teacher told us that grammar is very important, but grammar is important but little bit. If you want to speak, then you have to improve your communication and your English. Like you have to talk another person who is better than you. Like you have your friend or another person, you start talking with him or her who is better than you. That means from this you can improve your communication, and then you can improve your English. Now here's come the vocabulary. Like vocabulary can improve your reading, and reading is very important. And that means vocabulary. We saw that we didn't learn any vocabulary.
Our presentation topic is speak English beyond grammar. Now the first, there is no any special, especially you have to learn grammar, then you will speak English. There is no especially you have to learn. Just you have to learn speaking of English. Then you have to if you wanna write something and you have to create something like practically, then you have to understand grammar. But if you wanna speak in English, you have to understand by your surrounding, by your mobile phone, and by your friends, they speak better English than you. We give preference to grammar because from the beginning levels, our teachers told us that if you wanna become a better speaker, you have to learn grammar. But it's, I think so, a biggest lie, because think that Seraiki language have no any grammar. They are not bounded with grammar, but the Seraikis speak very well. They know how to communicate. That type of thing.
I am in front of you for the presentation, and today my presentation topic is speak English beyond the grammar. Now everyone is talking about the grammar, but there are also many other points which I am going to explain. I think so that these points helps me a lot to become what I am today. So my first point is practice, join speaking clubs or the academies. I'm telling you that when I was, which was my first day here, the OCEPS Academy, I was nothing. I was also hesitating to tell my name to the sir. I was forgetting all the things which I have remembered for the presentation or the debate. But as you can see today, what I am today, because of this center, I am learning many things from here. Practicing speaking clubs enable us to speak English. They enable us to expand our vocabulary because they let us to have discussions on the deeper topics, on the debates and presentations, and by the help of these things we can expand our vocabulary, and we would be familiar with the idioms, or we would be familiar with words which we use to the daily life.
Grammar means 50-50. If we see some other countries, if we compare, if we relate some other countries like Britain countries, we see that their peoples means 70 or 80% of the peoples, they speak English without grammar. But without grammar means that they 50-50 use it, like in the little amount or a little bit. So I want to say that there are two speakers. First is native, and then is non-native speakers. Non-native speakers are those that who are learning English after birth. But native speakers are those that from birth they are means they know their language. Like taking example of Britain peoples, they from birth is speaking in English. So I have I want to relate some 3 ways or 3 points that is actually related to me. And on the first there comes practice with better speakers. Like suppose that if you guys are good at something, means good at English, then that is okay. But if you are if someone is better than you or is doing best than you, then you must listen from them. You must copy the way, you must record them, you must fix it.
My name is Noreen and I am here to deliver a presentation, and my presentation topic is speak English beyond grammar. There is no necessary need of grammar in speaking English. We can improve our English by listening and communication with others. And it also can make us a better speaker. Immersive learning. Deeply involve yourself in a subject and apply on your regular life and like apps and real life experience. Vocabulary expansion groom your words and feedback, and listening and use new words regularly can make you better in vocabulary.
Topic is speak English in belong to grammars. Today grammars. Teacher also says that grammar is necessity, and little necessity. I said to little grammar is necessity. Speak used with grammars, and we teachers should be try say to grammar is success key. Success key. Without grammar do not success. That some points give to improve to learning. Wow. This is the watching learning a movie and entertainment for English movies, English songs. Your benefit is vocabulary and listening powers, and 2 points is
speaking English beyond grammar. We have been taught according to the traditional way that beyond grammar we could not talk a single sentence of the English language or English speaking. We are not be able to talk with or communicate with other personalities. We all are here to learn grammar to communicate, because as according to the points we have to join clubs and academies to and communicate with others. If I can talk of by myself, then I at the first time when I was there here, I would not communicate with another, and I finished my 2 years without talking with in English with the others, and this was just a cause that I was not improving my own English. But at that time, as I am improving my English, it is just a cause that I am also communicating with others in English. If we can talk about our native languages, Sindhis, Sindhis, Dhatkis,